Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gents. It is another day in our Advent calendar countdown. We are on December 12th right now, which of course means we're so close to Rogue One. I cannot wait. I'm so very excited for this movie, and I hope that it will be absolutely awesome. Speaking of Rogue One, of course, we do not only open a Lego City calendar, if this is your first day tuning in, we also open up a Star Wars calendar as well, so that will be quite a bit of fun. Now, for those of you that maybe have never watched an Advent calendar video, essentially what we do is between the days of December 1st and the 24th, we punch a hole in one of our numbers corresponding with that particular date. So for example, today it's going to be the 12th, which is, where is it? There's 20, oh, there it is. Number 12 right there. I was gonna say there's 22, where's 12? Right next to it. So we're gonna punch a hole in this particular box and find out what's in there as our little reward for today. Look at this, number 22 trying to sneak its way into another box. Get back in there, stay there. Same with number 23. What is going on this time? This calendar is just not wanting to work with me, but number 12 will be punched through and we will find out what's in there. I want to hear your opinion at the very end of the video. Please do not forget to vote on which calendar you think turned out better, the City one or the Star Wars one, whichever one you personally liked best. So let's get rocking and let's get rolling with our 12th opening here. So let us find out what we have here. I always try to get the bag out first. So I'm going to predict that this is going to be like a lamp or a light post with maybe like a little wreath on top of it or something. Yeah, dude, come on. I called that like spot on just from the pieces that were in the bag. I can't rip the bag open. Okay, there we go. I was going to say ripperoni pepperoni. Couldn't get this thing opened up. All right, here we are. So let's see what kind of a sauce bows build we have on our hands here. So we have some lamp posts. Components coming together just like that. Then the top piece, excellent, along with a nice little black stud to finish that off, so that is great. Now the actual little lights that are going to come together are going to be assembled like so. Man, that's a cool redesign. I always find that really awesome with the Advent calendar builds, is that they have a lot of really cool like ideas and really cool redesigns that I end up then using throughout the year and into the future for like other lampposts. Like if I wanted to build a cool lamppost from now on, I could definitely take some inspiration from using these particular pieces in such a way where they actually look like a proper lamppost. So that is definitely quite awesome. I think it would have been really fantastic if we had two wreaths, so like one on each side, because then it would be more complete that way, you know, one on each one. But that is pretty cool as it is. And we also have a couple of extra studs along with also an extra handle piece, or I don't even know what you would call this particular piece, but we do have another one, so that's quite awesome. There we are. But there's our lamppost looking super duper stylish and quite cool. I definitely like that quite a bit. It is definitely a very cool creative build. As far as it comparing to a height of a minifigure, here's our little hockey player. And if we place it next to a full-sized minifigure, it obviously is a little short, so if you were to put this in a Lego City, it would probably look a little tiny. But if you want, you could obviously always extend this a little bit further up, or maybe add another piece of the yellow translucent pieces up here. So you could definitely just scale up this build, which is always something that, again, as I said, is really awesome about these calendars, because you can always take some inspiration from them into your own personal builds. So let me go on ahead and move this on aside, and then it is time for the Star Wars calendar. Now, I sometimes ask you guys a quick question like, hey, find something on the actual calendar and then point out where it is. So I'm going to close that up now and ask you guys the question now, and that is, where was the TIE Fighter? So please let me know down in the comment section below, and try not to cheat and rewind and everything, and actually try to remember where was the TIE Fighter located on the front of the calendar. So with that in mind, let's punch on through box number 12 for our calendar. You see, I'm telling you, the Star Wars calendar cardboard is so much easier to deal with. Like, look at this. I almost always made perfect tears, whereas the City one, I'm just like always having such a tough time. I end up bending the heck out of it, destroying the entire calendar. I don't know what's going on with me in that regard. All right, so let's see what we have here. All right, I have no idea what this is going to be. Maybe some sort of like a sentry turret or something like that, where this is the base of it, I'm guessing, but let's see. Okay, I think that this is actually a battleship. It's one of the ones that are a little bit more obscure. I think it's the one that has almost looks like a weird helicopter gunship. I don't know the name of it, again, because I'm terrible with the Star Wars vehicle names. I've just recently gotten pretty decent at the names of characters and like different components like that. So it's gonna take me some time to get good at knowing the names of the ships and everything like that. Because that's the thing, whenever I get into one fandom and another fandom in my mind kind of has to make some space. You're like, hey, you got to forget the names of, I don't know, some wrestlers or some sports figures or something else, because it's impossible to know everything. So it always ends up being an element of where I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to forget some of these names and then try to remember these names and so on and so forth. Because I remember actually reading recently, well, not recently, a little while back, an article that said something along the lines of like, you can only remember up to, I want to say 300 or 400 or something like that, names at a time, like within, like, you know, giving them a face and everything like that. So that is actually kind of an interesting limitation, I guess, of the human mind. So let's go on ahead and connect this. Man, this thing is going to be ginormous. It's going to look like a giant bug. We do have an extra little handle there. And I guess this just connects onto here like that. Is that it? I think so. Or maybe it goes a little bit further back. I'm not sure. If it were to be a little bit further back, I guess it would look a little different. So I think that might actually be the right way to go. Dude, this thing is really cool, actually. It does look like a weird bug, doesn't it? Because of these little antennae in the front. For me, it just feels like a little bit of a bug-like design that it has. And this neck piece right here actually has a couple of articulation points. It articulates right there, and then these things also move around the little antennas, so that's pretty cool. I do like that quite a bit. So, with that in mind, it's up to you now. Vote which of the two you think was the better gift here for today. Was it the Lego Star Wars set, or was it the Lego City set? For me personally, I have to side with the Lego City one, just because, again, I really love the creative rendition of a lamppost here, because as much as it is like kind of a boring subject matter, like if I told you like, hey, a lamppost or a cool gunship, you're probably gonna pick the gunship. But I just think it's really cool when they're able to take something as boring as a lamppost, right? Like that's not a particularly exciting thing by nature, and then make it pretty cool and quite exciting and a fun little build. So I definitely like that quite a bit. But I want to hear your opinions as well down in the comment section below, so please let me know about that. Don't forget to leave a like if you guys enjoyed today's video, and of course, as always, I hope to see each and every single one of you lovely, lovely folks here tomorrow for December 13th as we inch ever so closer towards Christmas Day. Peace out, guys. I'll see you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.